y'all, happy Sunday. Today I am 8 weeks pregnant. 8 weeks is a milestone to me, so it's like huge. We made it 2 months so far. So everything's going good, and I'm really excited about making it to 8 weeks. You know, it's a big milestone for me, and just really, grateful that everything has been going good. This past week has been very like an emotional roller coaster for me. A lot of crying and tearfulness and worry and fear and anxiety. It just kind of hit me, gosh, I'm kind of pregnant again and going through this journey again. And this week I've just been really thinking about, the what ifs, like what if I miscarry, or that kind of thing. I've really been thinking awful this past week. Just a lot of fear. And I know it's awful because I've been looking at my old pregnancy vlogs and my stillbirth vlog. I looked at that, and I don't know why I did that to myself. And as I was looking at it, I was like, gosh, I really went through that, and it just don't seem real. And when I look back on everything, it seemed like I was looking at a movie. It wasn't my real life, you know what I mean? So I've just been really anxious this week and just really thinking negative, and I know I shouldn't. I'm always trying to think positive and be optimistic, but this week really got to me. And I talked to my husband, and he kind of fussed at me, and he said, stop worrying. I'm not worried. The baby's going to be here, and he's going to be alive, and God's got us. And that's what he told me, and that kind of shut me up. So I'm grateful that he's positive and he's thinking positive about this pregnancy. So I need to stop worrying. But this week really got to me, and I just been really thinking awful and just really kind of looking back over the past year. And I still very much grieve the loss of our son, Nehemiah. So this week I really thought a lot about him and what's in the future and how this pregnancy is going to go. So this week really got to me. So y'all pray for me that I stay hopeful and strong in this pregnancy. And so this 8 weeks really means a lot to me. As far as symptoms, I wrote them down so I can remember. Symptoms this week has been frequent urination. Is awful. I've been peeing like a horse. It seemed like, especially when I'm at work, I go to the bathroom, I walk back to my desk, and then I gotta pee again, and I go back. And so literally I'm going back and forth to the bathroom all day long. It's awful. And it makes me not want to drink water, and I know I need to drink water, especially in this heat. But it's really, really bad. Like, as soon as I go from the bathroom, I gotta go back again. So frequent urination really hit me this week, and it's been really, really bad. Fatigue, extreme fatigue. And it's really bad because I told you guys I work full time, and I'm a hospice social worker, so I'm traveling back and forth to different people's homes. And some days I just want to sleep in the car. It's really bad. This really bad fatigue really hits me, especially after lunchtime. I am no good. And so I don't know, what do you all think helps with fatigue? Like more vitamins, or I don't know what to do. I mean, the fatigue is really, really bad, and I just can't stand it at work. As soon as I come home, I go straight to sleep. So the fatigue really hit me this past week. Aversions, that's a big one. I cooked this big giant pan of chicken last week, and I made a huge pan of it so I could have some for my husband so he could take to lunch. And I left it in the oven. I went somewhere and I let it sit so it can get nice and tender. I came home, that smell of chicken, it smelled awful. It smelled disgusting. I was like, what is that smell? I couldn't stand the sight of that chicken. It was so disgusting to me. And the smell lingered all night, so it was hard for me to go to sleep because all I could smell was that nasty chicken. I couldn't stand it. I just didn't want to eat it. So I've been really kind of like avoiding eating meat. I can eat like fried food, but like baked chicken is just disgusting to me. I can't stand it. So I'm trying to force myself to eat more meat, at least boiled eggs so I can get the protein. But the aversions has definitely been meat, and some like pork chop. I cooked pork chop. I couldn't stand the smell of it. It was disgusting. So aversions has been a big one this week too. This whole week has been a hot mess. Emotional roller coaster. All these symptoms came on. So I'll get through it, I guess. Also another symptom, stomach spasms. While I'm sleeping, I notice if I turn real quick, I get a real spasm in my stomach and it hurts. And so I have to kind of really take my time when I'm in the bed, like getting up and turning and things like that. I really got to take my time. Otherwise, I get a real, like a strong cramp or spasm in my stomach and it hurts. So that was new this week. Also, I forgot to mention the bloating and gas. I know it's disgusting, but I've definitely had that. And I know that comes from like the increased progesterone in your body that kind of loosens everything up. So that's been a big one. Real bloated, gassy feeling. I can't stand it. And also, you can probably tell I'm still congested. So this week we bought a humidifier to put in our bedroom at night. And that has definitely helped. My doctor recommended that too, because I have bad allergies and I can't take any medications. So the humidifier has helped too. So I had a lot of symptoms this week. The frequent urination, fatigue, aversions, stomach spasms, gas, bloating, congestion. So this whole week has been a mess. And I can definitely tell my emotions have really been getting to me this past week. So our next doctor's appointment is July the 10th. I'll be 9 weeks then, and that's when they'll do a follow-up appointment for my 6th week, just to make sure that the pregnancy is going well, the baby's doing well, the heartbeat is strong. And at that appointment, I'll get some blood work done too, to make sure everything looks okay. And at that appointment, I'll get transferred to EVMS, which is our high-risk pregnancy doctor. And I'm excited about that. And I know they'll be able to monitor me more closely, and I'll have more ultrasounds just to make sure everything is going well. As far as announcements, I haven't told my job still. I'll probably tell my job after I have that appointment. And that way I'll know everything is going good. And so I'll be 9 weeks then. And that's when I'll tell my job, about the pregnancy. And as far as announcements like public-wise or social media, I'll probably say something at 12 weeks. I decided on 12 weeks, which is the last Monday in July. And I'll be 12 weeks then. And that's when I'll probably post like a pregnancy announcement and something like that. So far I'm doing okay, y'all, and just really trying to hang in there. This week has really been tough for me, emotionally, physically. So I'm, again, trying to stay hopeful and praying that everything goes well. I haven't had any nausea. That's a good thing. And no throwing up or anything like that. I'm still taking my vitamins. I'm still taking my calcium. I don't have the sensitive teeth anymore. So I don't really have, I think the calcium is really working because I don't have the achy bones or like the back pains like I had during my last pregnancy. So I'm going to keep taking the calcium supplements too, along with my vitamins. I did do a belly shot. I did one, a week or so ago, and my sister took one today, so I'm going to post those. Y'all will probably notice a big difference from my first shot to my second one from today. You'll be like, what in the world? She already looked about 5 months pregnant. My weight is pretty much the same. This is how you know I gained so much weight, because during my last pregnancy, I started out at 157 as my starting weight for my last pregnancy, and that was like not even a year ago. And today my starting weight was 168, so that's at least 10 pounds that I still been holding on to, and that I will carry on into this pregnancy. So that's not so good. I really need to work on my eating habits, and I haven't felt like working out. And I know that's probably what's going to help my fatigue, is if I start walking more and exercising more. And I know my husband, he's really getting on me about, walking more, exercising more, so I can be in better shape for the pregnancy and getting, better exercise. So other than that, I'm, still trying to do better with that. Another big thing is my family. They're excited about me and they're hopeful. But the one thing I noticed is they're really overprotective of me. I went to visit my mom and dad last week, And my dad, he was really upset that I had on heels. And he was like, you shouldn't be wearing heels and blah, blah, blah. And he was really pissed that I was wearing heels. And I'm like, I'm fine, Dad. I'm fine. Everything's okay. And I noticed little things he nitpicked on me about since I told him I was pregnant. He didn't want me to wear heels. And I praise dance. And so today I was supposed to be praise dancing at my grandfather's appreciation service at church. And he and my aunt and uncle, they didn't want me to do that. And that really hurt me, not being able to praise dance. And I understand that too, doing the jumping and things like that. Especially in this early pregnancy, I don't want to do too much, you know. So it's almost like I put myself on, not bed rest, but just rest. I haven't been lifting anything. I've been really taking it easy. Just resting as much as I can. So my family's really stressed out about the pregnancy, and in a way, the way I look at it is like they almost kind of blame me, like I did something wrong during my last pregnancy and that's why I lost my baby. And that's the way I look at it. I know that's awful, but I know they're just trying to, you know, watch out for me and make sure I'm taking care of myself. But it's almost like they're overprotective of me and don't want me to do too much. One uncle, he said I shouldn't be working. I'm like, okay, I have to work. You know, I can't, we'll be homeless if I don't work. And so it's just, they're really stressed out and just want to make sure I'm taking care of myself. So yeah, so that's another thing. I'm glad they're supportive, but it's just kind of, you know, they stress me out, stressing about me. So other than that, I'm doing good. And I'm watching you guys' other vlogs from our Facebook page. And I really appreciate you guys. And again, I really thank you so much for your love and support. And if you have any questions or comments, and I always read the comments, and I try to respond back if I can. But so far I'm doing okay, and I'm hanging in there. And some people ask me, you know, do you want a boy or a girl? And to me, it really don't matter. I just want alive and healthy. That's what I tell people. And I know it sounds weird, but based on our history, it hasn't been so good. So alive and healthy, that's all I ask for. It really doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. It will be convenient to have a boy because we still have a lot of our boy stuff from our last pregnancy. We have a ton of clothes that could probably last him up to a year. Boy clothes. I still have a bunch of boy things I still have from my last pregnancy. So it would be convenient to have another boy, but to me it really wouldn't matter. Just alive and healthy. Well, you all take care. You have a blessed Sunday, and I'll see you again. Next week, I'll be out of town. I'm going to Tennessee. I may post the video while I'm in Tennessee, but if you don't see anything, that's why, because I'll be out of town for a family reunion. But until then, I'll keep you guys updated, and you have a blessed day.